All right, should we check out some of the CLG tournament, by the way? I was thinking instead of watching only one coast, we could probably just like watch some matches that look good from both coasts. SQ versus Daze, then Remi Marvelo. Oh, look at Marvelo go. Beat Solstice. That's impressive. Had a pretty deep run at Evo too. Chipp player also, for those of you who don't know. How's the audio on this? Sound good?
How do these two fight each other?
My guess is it sounds fine, but I can turn it up or turn it down. So yeah, SQ versus Daze. We've seen this matchup quite a bit.
In a 3 out of 5, right? We've seen some extended set matches.
Early burst, keep the corner. One thing about this that's important is that Geo got some new stuff in this season that I think is pretty interesting. I don't know how much it helps against Ram. I'm like very curious. Her anti-airs are also pretty susceptible, I think, to a lot of the way Ram likes to approach. Oh, I like that idea. Dash DP, RC looks good. It's like a good, it's a good way to beat Rams, far slash or 5H or whatever grounded poke she wants to do. And then if you RC it, you're already chilling, right? Because you get pressure, and if it counter hits or hits them anyway, they explode.
So she kind of has that opportunity potentially.
Yeah, looking to bait something. New drill, I have to imagine, is pretty nice. Super. Even though, like, even though her flip kick now is worse on block, I think having the new drill be more plus and you can combo off it easier seems pretty nice. It seems like an okay trade-off, maybe.
Dude, Daze is a Street Fighter 5 player in a mustache. Like, it's crazy.
Empty low. Wow, I'm surprised that caught backdash.
Wants to always make sure they're
2k6p there.
Damage in as much as possible, so they reset it there, got a little bit more of the mix. But I mean, you're back in neutral against Daze.
Oh, that sucks.
Exploded by the sword toss, just like you were.
Yeah, that was burst safe until that point. Even that, I think SQ could have dashed and blocked and then just let the combo drop. Combo. Yeah, that is one of the new things about drill, right? That wouldn't have done that before. Yeah, this is SQ's normal color. It's not like mint exactly. It's like a little too. I don't know if it's like a little too dark to be mint, right? Or am I misremembering what color mint is?
Moments where you start crying like an anime side character when like Ramlethal only got one sword and she still hit you and was able to convert with Rekka, and it's like it's not fair. Like.
Oh, looking to bait the burst. That's hard to burst right there. Yeah, I like close slash 6p routing there too for the same thing. Nice. That sucks. That is one thing about Geo that always feels bad, huh? Like dash far slash is so good. It's like such a good way to initiate there, but at the same time, if you whiff, you're smoked. Also, I was gonna say, it's funny that they go back to the lobby between every match. Is this so that the spectator doesn't get messed up? I think it is, right? I wish that was like not a thing. Yeah, I wish you could just spectate and not worry about it.
Super comfortable with a character, you almost have no chance of defeating them.
I'd be interested to know if people think Bridget goes.
IFD right there, by the way, is so good. I think it's like using instant flawless defense against Geo is really, really strong. Obviously, she needs to be close to you to force her mix-ups to really matter. And it's like really useful against the character. Even one thing that I do a lot, actually, and I think is worth implementing if you fight against Geo, when you block drill, as an example, so like I think right before this, I usually always instant flawless defense the timing for the fastest button after drill. You can block it, see that you blocked it, and then just like let go of block, and then instant flawless defense, like time it. So that if she hits a button at the fastest timing after the drill, you immediately just push block her away. And like if you miss it, you just faultless and it's fine. And obviously doing it as a meaty is quite good too.
I've been thinking about it myself, like since I've been playing Bridget a bit. And it's similar to Nagoriyuki in a sense where like Bridget.
I like this air dash back. I'm kind of surprised they beat far slash there, but I think that was an interesting idea to try to hold space and then still attack in front of you. Oh, what was that?
Yeah. Absolutely, but speaking
what was that sword toss?
SQ managed to avoid the fully cranked situation. Gonna be able to throw Daze back in the corner. There's gonna
ball break. I guess you'll take it, right? Because even though you don't put yourself in that good of a situation, if SQ forces a block, you immediately have bar. Oh, nice. Good awareness on that confirm. So because oh, that sucks. Because she was airborne, Daze got a better combo there, right?
It looks like she's a little too close to the ground.
Oh, went for the flip to try to get the cross up for the kill. Nice. That was a good scout by SQ. Figured that Daze would dash forward and then just dash in and through the dash.
That's the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, right?
Keeping Tokido down. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I think actually SQ could have thrown there after the IB. I think the example I'm talking about with drill into IFD is easier than you think, probably, because if you miss the timing, it's actually totally fine because you just what's it called? You just block, right? So it's not the end of the world. Also, this is quite good defense here from Daze to escape the corner. He jumps forward, air dashes back, and notice Ram jumps. She does a back jump here, defensive jump to try to like cover this. And then when she's committed to that, Daze dashes in and challenges after. So to escape the corner, you just fake an offensive jump here, air dash back, and then call out, obviously, right, that Ram is trying to hold space and stop you. The escape isn't just like, oh, I'll jump out. The escape is I'll jump to bait your response and then get out on the ground, right? It's a good answer. And it's something that like strong players do that all the time. And it's not maybe as obvious that that's what they're trying to do, but you know, it's a good escape.
She has to make a choice, right? She needs to commit to like certain types of mix against you.
It's a nice like, oh,
you can't just let her do the same thing.
Well. What the dog doing? Yeah, I mean, when there's that much meter, like, it's what can you do? If you block, it's gonna be BRC, slowdown, pressure, positive bonus, etc. If you don't block and like you hit a button there, then you get super, like, you know, the situation is bad. It's pretty rough. There's a lot of drill. Ooh, I like that. There's a lot of drill from Daze, and then instead of doing drill, I like the just like wait dash S or dash 2S or like wait and whip punish or nice block and oh no punish, that sucks. It's still hard to punish that, especially I wonder if there was a dash attempted there.
If it was punishable, then she had to be closer because she was definitely blown back a little bit.
But yeah, I like the amount of drills we've seen, and then instead of drill, sometimes Daze is jump canceling or sometimes just walking back. Doing a good job of making the offense hard to deal with. That's something that I think is really important for Geo, actually, is doing 5K or close slash jump cancel into pressure. I think that's really good because it forces your opponent to, you know, not just auto mash throw or another answer to beat like close slash dash cancel or like 5K dash cancel. A lot of people do that into throw. But like jump canceling, it gives it another, like a sort of another path to success that's not there usually, right? What the dog doing? Yeah, Geo's not as popular, especially here in NA, I think. I think most people don't have her as valued. But it's funny because in Japan, for instance, right? Like last patch, Geo was just destroying everybody.
Seems like it. Ooh, Daze again, that Abare, bro. So confident.
Like, I mean, it was one player in particular, right? So yeah, no reason to burst yet. I think you wait until... Okay, that looks good. I think you wait until you're sure the burst bait's not coming or you're in a good spot. Oh my god, that beat the drill.
Did you see the active frames on that, brother?
Son.
Did you see this
Super for the wall break. No super for the wall break. Wants to hold it for this RC, but that's pretty important. It means that Daze can't do jump super, right? Okay, now you can. Oh, challenge. No combo, that's dead though. Yeah. That having bar to do that's pretty nice.
I can't believe that hit. Daze.
Oh, you're a sage.
And also we haven't really seen Daze do that much. Daze tried that one time earlier and it got interrupted, I think. What I've seen. So like, you know, I don't think we've seen SQ have to actually block that for real. Oh, that sucks. Daze tried to dash block and got forward dash back dash, which is, you know, that sucks. Throw.
Oh no, now they're at her side once again.
Look, SQ just was holding space there. I like the block and then Daze with the challenge. Oh, that's huge. Look at how much screen space you get. That hurts.
Okay, that's what you're gonna do. Gonna break some wall. This is gonna be some good old.
That hurts.
Look at the damage. Damn. That's a problem. That's the strength of.
Oh, I think trying to bait burst there.
Like bam, bam, super.
Oh, that was scary. Ooh, I thought that was gonna be nice. That's the kill. Yeah, and it's hard to burst that. You don't really want to burst like 5P, 5P, 5P on hit, right? Because in theory, your opponent should just be able to block the burst if you go for it. Interruption.
Yeah, and I wonder if
SQ just really started the round with Rekka, just like sending it and then run up after. That's pretty funny.
You just hold back in 5P, you can recover from the burst and block it.
These VODs are not on YouTube yet. They do go up on YouTube though. It's on the Counter Logic Gaming FGC YouTube, I think is where it is.
Yes, you hear.
Dead.
Put herself on set point. Oh, is going to.
They're not up there yet, but they will go up there.
The YRC
So you can watch them there after. Or you can watch them on Twitch right now. Or you can watch them on YouTube whenever they get uploaded. They already uploaded like last week's, like a few days ago, for instance. So.
But okay, Rekka, and you can see got half screen real estate.
Oh,
right?
dash
That's
5K
like,
on block there.
Ram lights, you're in the opposite corner, and your life is bad.
We are from in the corner wanting to get from Daze.
I love how much drill we're seeing. I mean, there's not been a lot of answers to it, and I think that it's tough to 6P or answer on reaction, so why not, right? Oh, covered the backdash.
Geo damage, dude. Nobody would really tell you that Geo like explodes people.
Geo does explode people. Her damage output is very high, and like her hits that explode you are usually very like they're not easy to burst always. It's just like 5H super or something, right? And you're like, well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you're a Sajam fan now?
She do be doing a lot of damage. What a big salta.
Unfortunately, it's also not super.
She does a lot of damage, and what's it called? She doesn't give you that many chances to escape. Yeah, covered backdash there. Oh, that was a mistake, dude. That sucks. I would have done the same thing. I think I would have died the exact same way. Seeing that whiff 5H and then trying to hit a button or do something, and then like 5K here. That 5H whiffs so fast, actually.
5K's gonna frame trap. That round, you know,
I think I would. The same thing would have happened to me. I would have been like, oh, do I hit a button or do something here? And then like the 5K would have got me. That was so fast.
2S's are kind of keeping them long.
Now, SQ is playing way more preemptive now, right? Like trying to like hitting at space in front of her way more often to try to stop the approach. Oh, that sucks. That is one of the worst feelings against this character when she just pulls up on you like that. Wow, look at Daze go. I think tightening up the offense a little bit. Oh, whiff, whiff, whiff. Spins the bar. I don't think that's very easy to deal with. I mean, Geo's anti-airs are not good anyway, but I think even if your character's anti-airs are good, rising jump H like that is... You have to have an answer ready pretty early. Not much Geo's doing off 5P, 5P, 5P there, so... 2K, 2D. Uh-oh. No 6P. That's bad. Oh, that's bad. Oh, just stuck out the 6P. This is pretty hard for Daze now. Yeah. Not much you can do, I think, after you get hit by that 6P. That's rough. I think SQ just like, yeah, way more offensive in that last couple of rounds too. That, I mean, 6P Rekka knockdown running all the way up into the corner and getting all that space is so good. It's so nice to have. All right, Remi versus Marvelo. You know, it's funny because like when you think about this, like, all right, this is supposed to be super tough for Axel, right? But Remi is, I don't know, Remi's a god gamer. I don't know what's happening. Every tournament, I'm like, Remi is just winning all kinds of matchups or things where I'm like, okay, I see how that reaction time on that jump P was absurd. Nice. 2D little gamma action. Didn't get close slash there though. Yeah, VTuber criminal.
A little bit more of that conventional Chipp rushdown that you expect in this matchup. That he dashed up and
I like that. I like that call out. That was good.
Marvelo always the dash bus. He's never lazy about
oh, help. The double clash. They both did 2K 2D.
2D. Wild stuff.
One thing that I think that's very dead. One thing that's very important for Axel or any zoning character is knowing when you should dash up and challenge and not let your opponent just take space on you, right? It's not just about like, can you sit back far away and hold space? It's also, can you, you know, be aggressive and take space from your opponent when they're trying to dash up, right? Because like, you know, you're the zoner. People are going to dash at you. What a block. People are going to dash at you. So if they're going to dash at you, like you need to know how to dash up and say, all right, I'm taking this space from you and just, I'm going to meet you here instead of just waiting.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that was, I don't know if that was on purpose.
It's just not something you're going to be used to a lot of the time.
Trying to bait the throw there. Marvelo did empty jump into throw last time, so then looking to bait the throw with 2H there. But Remi didn't take the bait and then just challenged.
10% damage and get a knockdown. It's like, I've been pranked. Like, it's the most, like, it's like, that was a big investment. Wow, big DP after that, guessing that, you know.
Oh, jump S miss there. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That was hard to burst. Because when you, okay, you don't want to burst on a close slash, right? Because close slash is jump cancelable. And when you see him not moving here, you're like, Axel is doing nothing. Okay, I don't need to burst. And then 5K, 6K is great. Because it's like, you know, it's a sneaky little link there instead of doing like /bomber, like you can burst the bomber if you see that, no problem. But that was like a sneaky little, like, hard to burst that. Yeah, the 6K, I don't even know if you could burst it there. I think it would have hit. Oh, that's a punish.
Patron saint
Oh,
Guilty Gear throws.
Owl Blade just didn't hit.
The gnome. Evened up basically in life right now, but Remi Celeste has got the corner. I feel like that's so scary to pressure Chipp like that because you know he's gonna dash block at you at some
Yeah,
point.
Toki, I think so too. I was gonna say, just from that range, I would have guessed you could have. Oh, I don't know if that was worth it. I think it's probably Marvelo was gonna RC it anyway, and then it just happened to hit, and then you get the wall splat. Nice. I don't think I've seen someone do that actually.
Just like that, easy peasy. Marvelo holding it together. Remi
/run 6K from Chipp. I don't actually think I've seen that. One thing about Axel that's very important in this matchup, even though it's probably still good for Chipp, is how useful his 2K is. I think having a good 2K, nice OS. I think having a good 2K against Axel or against Chipp is really important because his far slash is weak to it, and a lot of his pokes are not good against low-profile moves.
Changing up how Chipp can structure his offense, because like that 2K,
great jump, that defensive jump. That's like the hallmark of Axel, right? I think having jump H, jump D, that's like one of the best changes that he got. Honestly, it was a universal change, so not a him change, but like I'll take it, dude. Yeah, this play from Remi is great.
Yeah, the big ol' is. I'm not gonna lie, Rainwater and Snail, my eyes just blur over and I can't tell the difference half the time. I just call them the same thing. I don't know.
I don't understand. I know what they look like because I hate them both. Rainwater, he jumps back. Snail, he stays on the ground.
What do you want from me?
Jump H, jump D is so nice to have, by the way.
Having the burst. So if Marvelo gets the party started early, we may just see a burst as an attempt at reversal situation. But Remi's actually still holding on to it. Axel is one of those characters where
nice. That was a good challenge. I think it was about time for Marvelo to look for a throw since it's just been a lot of hold FD and then laid up back.
Kill you easily a lot of the time.
Challenge was good. Nice. I like the timing to try to bait the burst there.
There it is. Yeah.
Remi was very patient though. Oh no! Oh no! You hate to see that was brutal. Oh man. Yeah, you're probably dead here. It does have meter, but it's kind of hard to spend it there unless you just super, because you're not really gonna get a YRC chance. That was so brutal. Hitting the close slash. I don't think Remi expected it to be airborne like this right here. I think he thought it was gonna be a ground block. Yeah, Chipp is really good. I think most people agree that Chipp is quite strong in this version. Like, he's a pretty strong character. He's volatile in the sense that, like, he could always... Bad things can always happen to Chipp, right? Like, he's like that in every game.
From the roof, because it has a C in it for ceiling. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's how you remember that. We gotta come up with something like that.
But, he's still quite a strong character.
There you go, bam.
So that's the one that goes back.
You good? Yeah, I think someone's vacuuming and hit something.
Okay. I got it now.
I can't wait to be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, Fargo. We'll switch up this again. But now Ringe will be ruined forever because he already thought of it.
Yeah, exactly. My brain's already committed. I'm too far gone at this
Nice
point.
block.
That 6K, though, definitely going to commit Remi to these plus frames.
Although the problem is, like, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Even if you block it correctly, it's like, okay, damn, the shuriken. Uh-oh.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold up.
I think it's scary to jump there. Okay, good old Chipp jump D. It's scary to jump because when you're off screen, seeing the command grab is kind of hard. But Chipp has good air mobility, so
Okay. Hey, don't give up.
it's not the end of the world. Wow.
Ever so slow.
Man, after Snail hit that far away, couldn't even do the meaty Renson, huh? Damn, that sucks.
I'm trying to reverse it now.
I cannot believe Gamma hit the backdash or like whatever Remi tried to jump, maybe whatever from that far away.
Been DPing those quite as consistently this time. Yeah, he's kind of holding them.
I think it's that's a nice buff. I think it's important how much we're seeing Remi do early run up jump H too. By the way, like early run up jump H jump D is pretty solid to prevent. Oh, baited. Yeah, nice job. I love this route here, by the way. This combo choice, like he was gonna do that for pressure anyway, but then it hit, and he does 2S, 2H, and then baits the burst here. 2H is a really common burst spot against Chipp, right? So this is like really good knowledge of Marvelo to be like, okay, you're gonna burst here, and good of Remi to burst there like, you know, it doesn't work out, but like that is the right spot to burst if your opponent doesn't have bar. They just fall so fast. Snail, it's so weird that it doesn't knock you up higher for that. Maybe it's because they are afraid that Snail would give him combos where you like Snail and you can do something after. I don't know. But you're so heavy at the end of that. Not getting meaty Rensen after your Snail from forever, from like a skilled combo, that sucks.
Right, I believe
so, yeah.
We may have to switch the score up a little bit. You know, we're trying to mix you up, chat.
Yeah, it is going pretty ham out there today. SoCal weather, we got wind, rain. It's like 90 degrees. It's the weirdest weather.
We saw it close out another round.
They're playing neutral, but there's like a 14.
It looked like a missed dash there from Remi. I'm surprised jump K hit there. Look at how often we're seeing run up jump H from Remi. I think it's really a really good answer, because you know that Chipp's going to be approaching, and I think trying to sit there and play reactively is not the way, right?
Throw. This would be a huge comeback.
That has not been scouted a lot.
Okay.
This backdash throw, I think Marvelo has missed like 2 or 3 of these. That's probably the thing that's saving Remi in the corner the most, to be honest.
Yeah, we call that a back throw incident where I
like the challenge. Wow, immediate dash on that. That was just a hard call out from Marvelo, I think. Yeah, 2K is great button. It's good against every character, but I think it's really useful against Chipp. His far slash, even though it's 9 frames, you know, the weakness of the far slash is definitely that it loses to low pokes very easily. And there's other things he has that are weak to it too, but his far slash being weak to low attacks is really important for him. Yeah, take the mix up here. I think blocking that way makes the most sense, because it's most likely Chipp's going to take the corner. Try the instant overhead.
Wow, what is even slow? Chip 6P is pretty good.
Bro, that 6P look like I had extra.
Oh, help. Oh, this is huge, actually, for Remi. Oh, caught the jump. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. It was run up, close slash. I think this caught the jump here. And then rainwater baits the burst, and then you still get the punish on gold burst. Yeah, I think Remi does quite well in this matchup compared to a lot of Axel players, which is, I think it's pretty impressive. The game plan seems pretty good. I like how much we're seeing Remi move forward in this matchup. Like there's still some stuff like run, you know, oh, look at that little 2K to get under.
That was the 2K low profile, and I jumped in, by the way. Pretty good button.
Yeah, I think he bursted late because he was scared he was going to get burst baited by close slash stagger. Like that, right? He bursted late again there. He burst with almost the same timing as last time, I think. But Remi like doesn't just run back and do jump back S, right? Remi is really good at running in and challenging with advancing jump H or air dash back jump P, like we're seeing there. And then hitting 5P. Like Remi's movement is super good, and also attacks you while you're taking space really well, I think, by running up rather than just waiting.
Losing his mind, as you have to, right? If you're a Chipp player in this situation,
this is tough. I mean, this is a tough spot to win. Although Chipp having bar here is pretty nice.
How many? There's 2 wolves inside of you. One of you wants to alpha blade, one of you wants to.
Oh, that's super. Oh, I think that should have just been Rekka super, right? Oh no, 2D gamma. This is scary. Yeah, that's rough.
God, dude.
I don't know how Marvelo doing it time and time again here. It doesn't matter how much health he has on the screen. Bringing it back, and usually it starts.
Wow, I'm actually surprised that one was a cross-up. I feel like when I'm playing, I can normally see it, and when I'm watching, I could always see it. But that was, I didn't think that was gonna go behind.
Oh no, dude. Remi,
yeah, that's tough. Marvelo has done a really good job of that this set, by the way. His jump Ps, or rather run-up P to beat, oh, word. That's a lot of meter. Oh, it's still killed. Don't show the Chipp players that works, okay? We're not out here doing this shit, all right? We're not being a speeding bullet. Don't give the Chipp players... Don't do this at home, kids. You gotta be a licensed professional. But since the first game, right, has been really good at using this to catch like Axel in weird spots and just pop them. You know, it's a 3-frame anti-air jab that leads to this confirm, right? I mean, it's really good. And then even after that, you can get Oki or go for pressure, or he could have wall broken and killed probably. I mean, I don't know if it would have killed because Chipp's damage. The super RC, this slingshots you, and depending on the timing on when you do it, he can like end up in a lot of weird places.
Oh, he tried the oh my goodness,
bro.
Should have just air grabbed. Yeah, jumping is probably not a bad idea there. Then who really won? True. Marvelo versus Daze. Oh yeah, Marvelo's gonna play, not gonna play Chipp, huh? Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, Kai Keys.
Kai.
Gotcha.
Hi.
Kyle?
Against Chipp. I wonder why. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daze rather is not gonna play Geo.
Good job, I see.
I think there's a few matchups that Daze does not like Geo for, right? In general, I think he's not as happy with Geo in this version, right? I think that's quite a few people, not just him.
Enjoy trying to slug against Chipp as Geo. I mean, I imagine that can be kind of odd, but I really don't have a guess. This is Daze's.
Every time I tune into Daze's stream, he's always just like, why doesn't my character work? Why doesn't this work? He's like sad, so I figure this makes sense.
No, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think if, you know, Chipp has the speed and the ability to play ranges that are unusual for her, plus he has good air options, having good air angles to approach at, that character doesn't have the best answers to that either. And he's fast enough to whip punish her well, and he has, you know, really great far slash. Oh, nice dash block though. Dash blocking against, damn, the big vapor thrust. Dash blocking against Kai is very important. If you dash block, you will IB a lot of his string enders, which makes you more plus, and it gives you, you know, you can punish things easier. Or not more plus, rather. It leaves you close enough, and he's negative so that you can get the punish. Or, more importantly, you'll go under stuff like flip kick and get closer when you block fireball. Could have actually broken the wall there. Oh, that's a mistake.
The DP is going to work regardless.
Yeah, I think that's a great observation, honestly. Like, we see it play out.
That is the Geo player in him right there, I feel like. Doing like close slash jump H, jump D, and like, yeah. I mean, it's not bad in this version, but I like it. I'm a fan. When I say that's the Geo player in him, I mean it not derogatory. In parentheses, compliment. I like it.
Hit like 23 times. This is definitely part of a game plan.
Oh, hell, that sucks. That sucks.
That goal burst was a little...
Raw stun dipper? Yeah, he kind of did just do stun dipper. Oh, help me, please.
You gotta check the shine on that boy. 2D OTG. Marvelo gonna
Positive bonus Chipp is very good. Yeah, I think are we ready to admit that Chipp is top 5? I think a lot of people know that Chipp is very strong in this version. I think the consensus that he is good, but where exactly he is where people are still stuck. He's very good, and he does well against quite a few characters, I think. But you know, I think most people that are not like you got to be a Chipp doomer to think he's bad in this version, probably. I don't know about top 5, but I think he's like in that pool of characters right outside of him.
But you do it because now you get the CSE Oki, which Chipp's got to hold, right?
Oh my goodness.
2K2D trade. Stun Dipper is very scary here. I like BRC, actually. That looks good.
BRC slow down, trying to ensure his turn is clean.
Good block.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Marvelo's defense on stuff like that is usually very solid.
But he did not. Spending the RC in the 2D.
Ooh, that was a good try. He tried to react to this 2K whip with his own 2K, and he was just barely out of range.
Matt, you are bro.
That was a good attempt.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion weeps tonight, dude. What was that burst? And then now Marvelo pressuring Daze, though. Daze, neither of these people have burst. They're just going to try.
Most people think the top 5, like, well, the characters that people feel very good about, especially in the top tier, is nice. That's a crouching combo, right? Let me look at this again. Isn't this a crouching confirm? Yeah. You get flippy do on 2H on crouching characters. He is a Kai player, huh? Nice. That was good. What's it called? I think most people think that Nago, Happy Chaos, Ram, and Leo are like the 4 characters that people are like, ooh, this character's juicy. Yeah, you need the flip kick combos, I think, even if they're not in shock state. But I think if you are, you get the 2K after. After those 4, I think people talk about Zato, Viken, and then I think there's like a pool of characters after with like Chipp and Gold Lewis and Testament. There's more. It's just it's
like Zato's JP, where it's
thinking about the match. From like Zato is so good. When the Zato players are like, he's mid tier, bro, like no. They're all not so good that Zato does well all the time and is a very strong tournament character despite his health and his complexity that he is bad. Like, no, Zato's good. Calm down.
In shock state in the air, you're pretty minus.
Like, I'm quite reasonable, okay? I'm not here to be like, nah, man, Zato's broken. Like, he's not. He's fine. He has very clear weaknesses, but there's not very many other characters that do what he does so well and so consistently. And even though his health is very bad, He is quite strong because he can just force his will in a way that's like very effective in every match. Like when Zato knocks you down and does eddy pressure, it doesn't matter who you are. Like that is a bad spot to be. Nice pickup.
Jump H, also a pretty good jump normal.
Yeah, you do. Like, usually it's one of the other.
Yeah, I mean, Leffen playing that character means, and Jonathan Tene and Leffen playing Zato tells you that that character is good.
So probably beat him.
Zato players don't play Zato if he's bad. They play another character. I mean, him switching to Happy Chaos though. I mean, you know, yeah, he's picking a better character for sure.
Somebody sound the alarm. Somebody put up another number. It's been 0 days since a back throw incident occurred. But
back throw incidents are rough, but you can cover them. Yeah, see, you got to cover them. Something like that, you have to hit a jump button, right? But I think, or you have to OS it. But I think Marvelo was trying to just safe jump the DP. You gotta OS the backdashes in the corner. That's the most important part. Remi did it in his match earlier with Axel. Axel has a great example where he just does air dash jump H. Oh, that's rough. I don't think you should burst there, but also I feel you. We've all done that. When you get hit, or when you do like an air dash or a safe jump, a jump in, you just hit close slash or 5K or like some button. And if they block the jump in, then it won't come out. And if they don't block the jump in, I mean, you know, they're backdashing, so your button will come out. You can OS it. Nice. I like that delayed cancel. We saw the little dash block. Marvelo's defense has looked good. I think Daze though seems really prepped for this matchup.
Difficult.
It's just he's doing so much right.
Just how much screen space that thing takes up.
He must really not like Chipp, huh? Or Geo, and he must have done some work in this matchup, some prep work for sure. You can tell. Or at least thought about it, and I was like, okay. Yeah, in the YouTube comments, especially in the first few months, the first like half of the game, everybody was like, Nago players are really just out here doing calculus. This character is so hard. And not good, instead of the reality, which was this character is very good and rather straightforward.
A throw, and then Marvelo punished it. Like they just assumed
he's always been good. Remember when they were like Soul Nago is like unwinnable in 1.0, and then like in Japan they were like Nago kind of cooks Soul. That was like when I was like, why is Japan saying this? Like, what's going on here? And then I played Nago for 2 minutes. I was like, word.
The biggest thing that stuck out with Marvelo's
I see it now.
The defense, right? Like just how he's adapting to like just dash blocking.
This is nice. I think Chipp is one of those characters where even if he wall breaks you, normally wall breaking that early is not that great, right? But his positive bonus is so strong, I think it's fine. Strategically, it's like totally okay for him to just take the positive bonus because his positive bonus is just so powerful. There's not that many characters like that, right? It's like, you know, positive bonus is good on everybody, but Chipp's is particularly scary, I think.
But if you make it whiff, it's kind of like Soul 5K, where it's just out.
Someone said just, oh, what a confirm.
It's pretty vulnerable after.
I think I could have been DP'd. Well, yeah. Stun Dipper RC is pretty good. It's tough to contest there. You really can't do much. You got to just wait.
5 glorious frames. Range.
Yeah, that idea, like, just get close to Nago and it's over, is hilarious. Like, imagine if that was true. He doesn't have, like, the best lights in the game, the best backdash. Because of the range it puts him at after, and then also his buttons, and then also having... That's rough. Losing your burst that way from Marvelo is tough. And you also have, what's called, the most health.
Finds the 6P, but again, it's Chipp 6P is also like Millia's, where it just clocks people on the floor.
Oh, that's big. Oh, and the burst just got built. You gotta respect the dip. Yep. Oh, that was a super good 5K. That 5K was put in the right spot. Wow, that's like the first time he... Oh, he missed it. I think Marvelo got super jump. I don't know if it was on purpose or not. Flubberino. Try to bait the DP. I don't blame him. Get out. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, those backdashes, I don't blame him. He was like, I gotta get the fuck away from you. I don't not want to be this close. I gotta get away. You can opt not to wall break. Yeah, Chipp has a great wall slump. It's quite good. Or you can end the combo slightly early and just, you know, take something else that's not the wall slump too. But I think taking the wall break there for Chipp is pretty good.
pretty much calm, cool, and collected. And
Oh my god, that was a DP.
for each other, right?
For
Because
sure,
they
right?
know
Not
that
6H.
the other person has that idea
Which
of
means, and he threw, right? So throw would have won.
manipulative emotions can be in the middle of fighting games.
Also, I'm gonna take a wild bet that Abare 6H.
Oh, the backdash got caught. That could have been 5K 6H or like a jump cancel.
Otherwise,
Wow, I'm surprised at the burst, actually. I'm also surprised it hit. Yeah, I think he dashed right into it, right? What a pin smash.
Marvelo is really just dashing up and just goofing around, right? He's being a goofball, like right in
I don't think they I don't know about wall slump. Yeah, who's to say? I don't know if they thought looping wall slump was going to be a thing, but they've decided not to remove it. So.
Find him in the corner anyway.
Oh, 6P's a punish, but you can't get anything off of it. Yeah. Like
Like
6P Rekka there is not very scary.
Bro, 6P from downtown and hit air.
Wow, nice dash. Oh, that's bad. Ah, that is super bad. This kills.
The Stun Dipper connects. This should be dead.
Nice.
That micro dash 2K close.
Stun Dipper is your best friend, truly. Like it's if no one's got your back, Stun Dipper has your back for sure. I love these 5Ks, by the way. He's been doing that a lot to just like buffer and check the run-ins from Marvelo, and it's worked out really well. Wow, I'm surprised he didn't get close slash.
Even if he was in shock state already, which I can't remember if he was, it was -6. He could have got it.
Yeah, it might have just been slightly off. Maybe he thought he would, because I think he might have gotten far slash there instead of close slash. I could be wrong.
Oh man.
Bonsai right there, the overhead reared its head yet again.
I don't think we'll see a burst this round from Daze probably, right? Yeah, this looks like a 2D Gamma moment. DP is there. Nice. Marvelo staggered the 2K in case of DP. Dead. Wow, he got the burst and the round. That's humongous. Yeah, he really gave that up. I'm so man, Daze's bursts are like so.
We are in it again.
He really gives away the bursts in like weird spots, I think. Oh, that's a punish.
We saw the one overhead come out. This time gets the punish.
And just gets caught meaty there. Oh, but wow, that sucks that he lost the corner. Yeah, these bursts have been brutal, I think. Really giving up bursts in like weird rounds. Oh, no OS on the back, man. Marvelo has to OS that. He's gotta look into that. There's got to be something, right? Close slash probably works, right? Or maybe even 5K will work, and then you get the airborne 5K, and then you can convert with jump cancel. Oh, no challenge. You are not in shock state, but this is gonna kill anyway. Dude, Marvelo's gotta get an OS for backdash for sure, right? That's like actually the biggest thing that has I think that almost cost him against Remi and almost here too. For those of you guys who don't know, Marvelo, obviously people know him for a lot of different games. He's been good at a lot of different games. Good at this game too, and got like 17th at Evo or something, and is like obviously in finals of this tournament. He's like one of the best players in the US. Like he's definitely up there. And he's not OSing backdash, which is something that is very simple, like, oh yeah, this is like a good thing to add to my game plan. But this is a good point of reference that somebody who is this good can be missing something in their game plan that is like really impactful and just not do it. That's something he should do for sure. He needs to OS these backdashes. Everybody's got some stuff to improve on, you know? It's a good point of reference. So you saw Remi doing this. This is a pretty common setup. You do throw and then air dash jump H. This is like a very common meaty setup for Axel, right? Air dash jump H, and then if he DPs, you know, we're golden. What a lot of people will do is backdash on wake up, right? And if my opponent is set to backdash, and then he's out, right? He escapes the pressure. We can actually cover this very easily. If you look at my inputs, anytime you do a safe jump, right? So my safe jump is this, it's air dash jump H. While I'm doing that, if I hold back and hit close slash, what will happen is, see how my close slash does not come out? My attack is connecting with my opponent. It's not coming out because there's hit stun of another move or block stun of a move, and my button can't come out. Like there's shit happening. I already did jump H, so jump S is not gonna come out, right? We call this like a Blockstop OS. But if my opponent's not there, my button will come out. You see that? So if I just air dash jump H and hit S, it'll come out. Now, if my opponent is set to not always do it, right? So I'll set him to neutral. So it doesn't come out if he does nothing. Even if, let's say he's doing neutral or he's doing DP, right? That's what's happening. See this? It will beat all three options. And it just takes one input to beat all three options. The problem was actually that Marvelo was not doing it. So he was the Chipp player. Is this a safe jump? Maybe that's it in the corner, right? So he can probably do the same thing, right? Where that's a punish on the backdash, and then it's also a safe jump. And the nice thing too is you don't have to do close slash after of your chip, so if you want to OS with something else, you can. It's good to know because you can do it with any character, right? Does that OS lose the DPs? No, it shouldn't.
That they try to get as close as possible because that's where Chipp really thrives, in that close quarters combat, especially up against the likes of Ram. You can get bullied out. You need those IBs. You need to stay close.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see here again, Marvelo's immediately applying the pressure. He hates that stupid hat, dude. That hat's gotta go. You Jotaro.
I don't know if did these two play in this tournament. I don't remember. Maybe it was one of the matches we didn't watch, but I think they did, right? Marvelo beat Solstice earlier too.
I'm gonna take this from corner to corner, wall to wall.
My backdash OS is safe jump and mash, close slash, and pray. Yeah, but I mean it works. It's pretty solid, right? Safe jump into a button to backdash OS, pretty good. Oh, you played earlier. Oh, you played Marvelo in the latter part too. So this is your like third time playing Marvelo in one tournament day. You played Marvelo in the ladder, Marvelo in top 8 in winners, and then Marvelo in top 8 in grand final. So you and Marvelo are just playing all day. That's pretty funny. Also, what's up, SQ?
Yeah, 100%.
This, you know, good old positive bonus, yeah. That is, what did Marvelo try? I'm so curious. That is hard to deal with. I've tried, I feel like every time I try to 6P this, I always lose. Oh, I think that was 5P actually. I always lose.
JH into throw. Dude, you are getting deleted. Marvelo will.
Oh, 5K missed. This is good. Nice. That FD actually gave Marvelo all this space. That's bad.
The gold burst. This is a disaster.
Uh-oh. Oh, DP actually saved him there. Oh, of course. Had to be done. Had to be done. You got a dash under. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think I've ever beaten it. Oh, I think Gold Lewis's 6P actually might work. Maybe I should look. Wow, I'm surprised the wall broke. So I guess actually there's a lot of hits. Yeah, that makes sense.
Excuse me, what's this here for? Just 6 feet up.
Oh, that's rough. I think Marvelo could have DP'd, but probably thought he could just hit another button.
I wonder if that was intentional. That was kind of OD.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Wow, that hurts. Not dead. Very close though. I think. Nice. Wow, that was good. That was good from both of them. Nice neutral jump though. I think maybe you have to hit 5P there with Chipp, and then I think he was scared to get thrown. That was a good call from SQ to dash forward because the BRC was coming, and then it like Marvelo felt like, oh, I don't want to hit a button because I'll get thrown, so he jumped, and then the air throw was good. Is it still worth buying this game? A lot of people are playing. It's also, if you're interested in buying this game, it's going to get crossplay this month. So if you play it on console, you know, it's going to get crossplay with PC this month. So that's pretty nice too. Man, getting hit by counter hit Rekka 1 feels so bad.
We saw a whole lot of that in their first set, but right now Marvelo again confirming quickly, getting good damage and getting plus frames.
This is such a big buff. Chipp having this, I think this is like his best buff from the patch, right? Like the biggest thing. Being able to do like Rekka super wall break into his positive bonus pressure is like so fucked up. It's such a nice thing to have.
And it's something you highlighted earlier too, is that the quick RC
nice.
taking the
YRC to avoid like any kind of RC situation from Chipp. I don't blame you. Not quite, but really close. Sword toss pressure there is also good too because you're far enough away that you don't really care about DPRC. So even though Marvelo has bar, it's not really that scary. The pressure is like very safe. It's not very risky, and it leaves you in a pretty good spot.
Catching the dash under, and okay, SQ's looking.
Backdash round start. I don't know. I wonder if Ram 2K beats Chipp far slash out round start.
For real, man.
I wonder what the best option is if you think that's gonna happen. 6H super. This shit. Ow.
No, okay. It's still did like.
It does. I think most 2Ks do.
A throw or a slash away from
okay. This is a chance. This is still pretty hard though. I think because Ram's gonna have bar here too for YRC. Or super or something RC for herself. Oh, this hurts. Oh, I think that was to bait just in case. The problem though is that even though this hurt a little bit, There's Super RC here.
Actually see somebody in this game.
Nice. That was a good bait.
Made it past the PRC as well.
Sakugan, rare footage. Ooh, he's got $50 too. The PRC.
Oh, the positive bonus. Damn, that sucks. That was a rough spot for SQ.
Dude, Marvelo.
I think not spending the burst makes sense too. Chipp does no damage, by the way. Yeah, get owned. You simply had to have all the risk in the world.
Dude, I gotta say,
Nice. I think with how consistently SQ's I being there, if I was Marvelo, I like the strat he just did, which is to go for, what's it called? Gamma Blade, because like if there's IBs on Rekka, like, you know, for defensive timing is there to beat Rekka, so you can just go for Gamma or go for Command Grab or something else.
Marvelo's gonna be able to build a beautiful tension. SQ does have a Mortabato in the pocket.
Oh, dead. That's the best thing about that positive bonus pressure, right? It's like Gamma Blade is what you do on block, and if it hits, sick. I do 2S, 2H, right? Do I think Arx's balancing is good?
Absolutely.
Arx's balancing exists. You can never question their mysterious ways, because if you try to think about it too hard, it's gonna hurt your brain. But that being said, there's a lot of viable characters to play in this game, and in most of their games.
DP, okay, bro. Ram builds.
The thing is that if you play Tekken, I assume you're asking that because you're scared of like balance or something. But Tekken players are all crybabies, and we're the same over here, so you'll be right at home. You know what I mean?
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that was an easy block, actually, probably, right?
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh,
dude, the
dead.
Heat at him with the Rekka dead.
I love that.
Yeah, he dash blocks everything. I think on defense against Remi and then against in the last set against Daze, the dash blocks were really noticeable too. So it's like actually, it's a good thing to do on defense. The problem is, as you mentioned, if you're dash blocking a lot, it's very weak to just you like staggering over and over. It's the same thing with like holding FD. If someone just holds FD on you, you just pull up and like stagger over and over. Right?
Jeez Louise, Marvelo. You know,
Word.
I respect
That's how it is. I think you'll be fine in this game if you're worried about the balance. Everybody in Tekken is so mad all the time. Actually, I think that Tekken is so weird because I can't tell if people are happy or not ever because, you know, social media people are grumpy. But when the game was played offline, it wasn't a problem. But in the online era, when you only see people on the internet, it's hard to tell.
They've also proven that, yeah, we'll close it out. Like, don't win the whole dang thing. It's no problem. Like, that is what makes it so scary, I think.
Yeah, I really see SQ.
Oh, that's rough. They both spent bar, but SQ not getting out of the corner there is tough. Especially since Chipp's about to have meter. I don't know why that hits so much. It hits me too. I guess you just naturally sort of stand up after Rekka 2, right? Nice. That's something that Marvelo and most Chipp players do a lot, but Marvelo's been doing it a lot in this tournament. Dash up 5P to catch jump packs or air to airs. You know, Chipp is so fast and it's 3 frames, and the reward from it's quite good, so getting hit by that feels bad.
That would have been disastrous. That would have been right about that in the paper. Holy crap. Like, that he would
break the wall here? No, chose not to.
Rekas for days, and now holding these.
That's actually like perfectly fine to get hit by if you're SQ. Even though Chipp gets positive bonus, it could have been worse.
We are in a neutral state after the stage change, though, and SQ has the meter advantage. Marvelo needs to get back.
Yeah, she's about to get the corner. Oh, it didn't combo. That was like a little too far.
Because it's just like, hey, even
wow, I cannot believe that punished the landing.
Corner carrying risk at this point. Like, they anticipated them just.
Oh, you're dead. Like, yeah, it was a good try, but caging Chipp in the corner is hard when he has space to jump. Being able to jump multiple times, plus jump 2K and Alpha Blade being threats, right? He can be hard to anti-air at some angles too, so like if you're trying to position yourself to do that too, it's not easy. If that far slash 5H into sword toss worked, yeah, it could have been a different game. Yeah, Chipp has, I mean, that's just him in general. Yeah, right there is a good example of how many dash blocks where SQ is like, I'm just vibing. All right, you want a dash block? I'll just do Rekka stagger, and sword toss, whatever. Chipp, even though his defense, or like in the most cases, right, his health is not great, but his defense is quite good and his offense is quite good. His health is bad, but even though he explodes on defense, his DP moves him forward quite a lot, which can be useful. You know, it can also be bad, but it can be useful. And then also he has really good air options, a 3-frame button.
I mean, the stage change
a really fast dash.
builds so much meter. You can see, look at these quick
You know, he has good
RCs,
tools to
they're
get
taking
out.
like half, like about 20-25%.
Really fast movement speed is important on defense, to be honest,
He's using it like grid.
because it lets you escape situations. Oh, that's rough. Yeah.
The burst again coming out, and we've seen Marvelo.
You can't really burst on Rekka 2 almost ever, right? Because like
Test this man. Do not test
they're always gonna RC Rekka 2 for the most
Well, you
part
can kill him, you know,
on
he's
hit
able
or
to
on
do
block,
50%,
so
that's fine, that's what you'll
that
do.
happens.
Jeez, 60%.
But sometimes you're just like, all right, it's fine, and then like you just get RC'd. You're like, god damn it.
Slapping her in the thighs? What'd you do?
Yeah, sometimes it happens. Your hands and your brain, you're like, he'll certainly. Oh, is that a safe jump? I'll test that later if it is. Positive bonus damage. Yeah, look, oh my god, that did so much. That did so much damage. Holy shit, I can't believe she died. Yeah, that's why I think breaking the wall early with Chipp is good, right? Because, you know, you get the hit, and that shit does hella. It does hella damage. SQ said that the first 2 sets were 3-0, and then 3-1 or 3-0. So when you played in the bracket earlier, and then the round robin, the ladder format. So 3-2 reset. It's funny because at this point, that means that SQ is up like what, 8-3 or something, 8-4 overall.
That trade was disastrous. That is up.
But clearly, Marvelo made a lot of good adjustments after. Yeah, you know why, right? It's because like when you beat someone, oh no, that does work. Even when you beat someone, I don't think it's dead though. Yeah. Obviously, you're feeling good. You're like, nice, all right, set went great. But like Marvelo is like, what the fuck did I do wrong? Let me think about this. You know, like when someone loses, it's very, you know, it's very normal to just sit there and think about what went wrong. So it's on them to make the adjustments, right? If you won, you probably don't have a lot of adjustments to make. Yeah, these dash blocks, again, are very good, but once you do them a lot like that, SQ just was like, all right, I'll just stagger all day. Like, if you're not going to do anything but dash block, I'll just, you know, take advantage of it over and over.
Great stuff right there. Again, the hesitation on the pressure, catching her 2D.
That mix-up is usually... Oh, that was supposed to be a throw tech, which would have lost also, but...
Oh my god, what a loop into the cross-up.
Oh, dead. Yeah, that 5D was probably supposed to be throw tech, which would have... The same thing would have happened, but... You know, it does feel bad to miss your input anyway.
Execution on that end. Here in grand finals, we've seen none of that. I do not remember him getting like accidentally hit by a Rekka sequence one time.
Damn. I can't believe that hit.
I feel like he hasn't either.
Lakari deleted Strive off my hard drive and told me to play real games like Tekken 7 and Dota 2. How does Lakari have access to your hard drive?
Like, I've not quite seen someone be able to
Oh, that is a punish.
With also just properly identifying situations and like reacting to them. Usually you sacrifice that, right? You're just like, brain.
You should instead spend $40 million on Genshin Impact like a real gamer.
Yeah, he's gonna get another chance here. I love that spacing from SQ right there. Just
dead. Man, getting hit by raw sword toss feels bad every time.
Right there, clutch round for SQ.
Yeah, the sword managed to hit. So okay, SQ. They've put up a little bit of the beach defense, right? The wave crashed against it slightly. You slightly disrupt the momentum, but Marvelo has proven...
Nice. I think that jump out looked good. We haven't seen that in a little bit, right? Well, we're in the other corner. That happened pretty fast. Oh, that sucks. Man, getting hit by Gamma Blade feels so bad now, huh? It's like much more consistent that he can route off of it. Also, this is bad too because the minute... Yeah, well, even if... Nice block. Burst is on the table here. Oh, but not worth using. The, what's it called? The positive bonus there means that as soon as he makes contact, like, you're probably going to lose the game. Because all your meter's going to be gone FDing, and then afterwards you're, you know, probably going to die to a 6K or an Alpha Blade or a throw or something. Stagger. Oh.
Dashed up and did a button that still stayed out of burst range. Really,
yeah, burst safe. Ram has a lot of stuff like that though.
Yeah, that's disastrous from
Marvelo reset the bracket on SQ.
The 6P again, it connects.
Noise looks good.
6P for some reason just does that a lot.
Does not take the wall break. I like that empty throw too. That's good. I think the left-right mix-up is not as scary usually. I think it's usually easier to block. Okay, getting hit there is fine. You reset. SQ actually has advantage here because of the meter. Getting wall broken there is great for SQ. You're out of the corner, all your meter is like, you know, it's such a huge advantage. Wall run combos are good. It's just you don't always get the hit that gives them to you, right? Getting hit to get the wall break there is great. I think fairly often in the corner against some characters, it's perfectly fine.
Anyway, 1-to-1.
Like sometimes you get hit by Eddy Drill and then it wall splats you and like they don't have meter for sword or anything, and I'm like, thank God. Like that's exactly what I needed in my life.
It was gonna be
wow.
A runaway freight train for Marvelo otherwise.
I cannot believe that jump arc was so perfect. A little cling action. Yeah, this is also fine, although it still hurts.
I'd be like, I don't like, please stop.
Oh, that was a little miss. A little miss on the dash cancel, probably. Yeah, no super. If there's no super for hard knockdown, the person with meter is always at advantage when the wall breaks, basically, right? So, like, the more meter you have, the more advantageous it is for you. So that's the way to think about it. If you don't have something really good to do in neutral after the wall breaks, like if you don't have super to do the wall break, it's probably not going to end up being good for you. Unless you have such a huge lead that it doesn't matter.
We had the plus frames. You respecting those. You respect my clone. Oh, the back. You're not escaping this corner. I'm gonna dash all the way over.
That's big. Yep, side swamp.
To the other, Magneto. To the other corner.
Okay. I'm kind of surprised at the wall break. I thought SQ was just gonna let it go. Oh, well, that'll do it anyway. Everything's fine.
Doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, managed to scramble it out there, but I think
everything's fine. Nothing weird happened.
Nerves, Ringe.
Little scramble.
Nice. Try to jump out. Was trying to jump out again. Oh, and the third time. Ow. Wow, you're dead.
Just dead right now, that word.
That sucks so bad.
The game ever says just in the corner.
I guess that makes sense as a strategy to just choose to break the wall against Chipp because he's too hard to keep in the corner. I kind of feel that way about some characters too. If their corner defense is particularly strong, just breaking the wall against them is good. Chipp in particular is like, he's so hard to keep cornered, and conversely, if he corners you, it's very bad. Ooh.
Yeah,
there's still a lot of risk for Chipp here, actually.
Chilling with this burst right now, but you know, jump back JS as Ram, he's pretty good.
Oh, another thing to indicate the instant blocks.
Oh, too late on the 2D.
Character usually flashes gray, white.
Yeah, you kind of have to throw there. I mean, the thing about that mix-up is I don't think it's particularly scary usually. Most people block it if they've seen it a few times. But throw is like the best thing. I feel that way about his left-right in the corner too, actually. I think it's a bit better. Oh, that could have been super.
Dead, 5Ks for Daze. That's, oh god, I thought I saw a burst. I was so scared.
Me too, Marvelo. I don't know.
Oh, dead on this. Damn. Not only did it kill, but Ram didn't even need the meter, and it side swapped.
Not work out that time. Great discipline from SQ.
Dash up a round start, SQ with the far slash. I think far slash is a weird round start, right? Because I think if you're Chipp, you don't expect it because, like, you know, your far slash will win, but it's like a delayed far slash. Pretty good answer. Ram's far slash is 11, his 9, right? So
what's the plan?
Dead.
That's gonna be an RC. This should be it.
Yep. Oh my. Yeah. Well, everything's fine. Yeah, delay far slash is what I mentioned. Yeah, because it's good against most things like that. Ram can do that, or a lot of characters do that against a bunch of different characters, right? Where, like, if their round star button beats yours immediately, you just wait. Testament or Ram or somebody who has, like, one of the slower far slashes, but it has good range. Like, just delaying your far slash is a good round start. You just let them whiff and then hit yours after. It's really only weak to, like, air dash or something. Like, something big at round start. Yeah, it's good with Bridget, too. Because Bridget's far slash is, like, 10 frames, but it's, like, not 10 frames because it has travel time, right? I think Chipp is very good in this version, though. I think he's quite strong. I think people underrate... Like, when the patch happened, everybody was like, nah... I don't know about this Chipp guy, but I think people have recognized he's quite strong. I think he's in the group of characters with a few others that are like right outside top 5. Did I see Leffen's tier list? No. Is this like his evil Happy Chaos era tier list? He's going to have Happy Chaos second to Ram and Nago, or he's going to be third to Ram and Nago, and then like Gold Lewis is 4th or something, and Zato's like 12th. Zato players are just complainers. It's just the nature of the beast. They always have been, and they always will be. Has it ever occurred to you that other characters, like either of the same power level or slightly worse or slightly better, have matchups that are just as annoying, but it's just not as clear because they don't complain as much as Zato players? Yeah, Zato players are definitely listening to Linkin Park, like labbing setups over and over, and then they lose, and they're just like, they're just like all sad all the time, you know?
Apology, man. And it's going to be already froze out, bro. Jeez.
Got the fro. This is winners final. I'm pretty sure it's winners finals anyway. It's also Apologyman versus. Do people say NBNHMR? Or do they say like Nubenheimer?
Apologyman.
What do they call him? I actually don't know. Oh, I guess Nubenheimer, huh?
That is complete control, sir.
Wow, jumps in for the command grab right away.
Oh, he just let it rip. He's like, all right, give me that gold burst.
Oh no, the little
Life Jam reference?
Here he comes. He's down there. He's down there. You got to worry about him.
Nice block.
Nice cross up here. Oh, and he's coming back.
Wasn't quite ready to leave yet.
Nice duck too.
Like, no, I'm not ready
That's a pretty important part about this matchup, right? Whoa.
Able to get...
Whoa.
Oh, very nice.
What a combo. It's a pretty important part about this matchup that you can duck 5H and far slash with Faust and then whip punish. You cannot duck 2S or like he did 6k there. So like ducking from far away like that's pretty important to get under those options and then try to get the whip punish. In theory, right, people say this matchup is supposed to be good for Faust. Nice. Jump H got the little pop. Dashing item toss got the bomb. Bomb, yep. Bomb is there to cover you in case the command grab goes wrong.
Him to press another button, like, yeah, continue your combo, bro. Don't just drop it.
It's pretty interesting. Beyblade RC to like go for like a mix up after is pretty interesting. hit it. Oh, try to hit it fast enough to make the bomb hit there, but bomb was just a little too late. Oh.
The wherewithal, the reads on
Nubenheimer is a gamer.
A scary Nagoriyuki.
Also, Nubenheimer's been streaming lately too. Has a very, obviously a very good Nago, but like a very different style. It's not grand finals. It's winners finals. It's just mislabeled, I think.
It's a long day too. It's an entire tournament. Like we're just commentating top 8, but matches were played even prior to this. So to be able to hold it together in these types of environments.
Yeah, I think the strat is you want to duck right outside the range where 2S is like really scary. You want to duck kind of like in far slash range, right? Because those ranges are different. Yeah, got the charged scarecrow for the cross up on the meteor. Yeah, I think in theory this matchup is supposed to be good for Faust, but I don't honestly know. I mean, like Apologyman said that not that long ago, and I think that's been the consensus for a long time. Oh, I think tried to hit the hammer there, huh? Mini Faust. Mini Faust did a little bit of saving the day there. Yep. Every time Nago whiffs, it lets Faust do something like that, right? Missed the trumpet, but the kill anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
And Apologyman says if you thought you were gonna
it's actually very easy for of all the matchups. I think this is one of the easiest for Faust to snowball his items, right? Because Nago's quite slow, particularly if he doesn't have blood.
It was your turn still.
Oh, punish, yeah. Nice juicy close slash punish. Particularly if he's high on blood like this and he's really far away, when you just do item toss, item toss, item toss, like, you know, yeah, you'll take that burst, puts you out of the corner. You get a bomb on the screen, now he's throwing stuff. You see this, mini Faust. Oh, he did get the trumpet though. I think, oh, that sucks. That sucks. I think he teleported to try to get the trumpet. And then he just didn't get it there, which is unfortunate. I think that was the plan. The plan was to get the trumpet.
Apologyman wanted to keep that mid-range, but Nubenheimer trying to get in.
Man, those Faust jabs are so good. Bombs there. Oh, I'm surprised he went back or forward instead of backwards. I thought he was going to Fukio back and then hit the bomb. Instead, just went in. Yeah, see, you can just throw items here and like... Sure, he can super jump in, but then like, yeah, you just do... Look at this. This is what Faust can do, right? When the blood gauge is high like this. Nice, that was a good jump D. Stalled in the air to avoid the anti-air and then got the punish. I was just gonna say though, as soon as blood comes down, you know you're about to eat a fat Beyblade to get in. Oh, that would have been wall splat 6H. That is tough.
Not enough getting
You also have to be careful for
Trying to
jump
get
D
some
here.
nice
Nice.
baits here.
Getting airborne there prevented the mix-up.
creative here. Got the opening.
Donut, that does
Got
nothing.
Rex. All right,
It,
good.
it actually might have saved him. Donut made him survive here, I think. Without Donut, I think Faust probably died to 5k, 6h there.
Good patience from Nubenheimer.
But, you know, a better item would have been better. Yeah, jumping when Faust puts the afro on you
Only
is
do
not bad if you think a 50-50 is coming because it lets you avoid the overhead low, right? Apologyman does not item toss. Like, watch him item toss, right? He does not really do it when Nago has,
make it happen.
like, low blood because he has too many threats. But when Nago whiffs, he'll throw an item.
The space.
When Nago's high on blood, he'll throw tons of items.
The Dave
Like that's
Matthews
only
band. Oh man, way to sound like a dad.
I was gonna say that sounds like a Linkin Park lyric or something.
No, bro, that's definitely that was like
Early
your
Dave Matthews.
dad might love that band. The Dave Matthews band.
Looks good.
Love it.
I like the wake up
There's no
close
way a
slash.
band like that could be popular these days.
This is a slump, right? Yeah, and you get the little scalpel hit after him.
Like they would have
Nicely done. Got a decent amount of damage for what was otherwise like a pretty low damage scenario. Bomb, meteors, you are dead.
Seattle
Oh,
or Portland.
basically right.
oh no. And you threw him some health? Okay, that's fine. Apologyman is not that guy. If he had that combo, he was that guy.
Shutting it down.
Interesting opening there.
He stepped on his shoes. Rude.
Oh, that sucks. And he's out of the corner here. Mini Faust is a pretty good toss. Nice. That was right when Mini Faust was activating.
Goes for the command grab instead. Wow,
Oh,
there's
a
the burst. That was
gold
gold burst.
burst.
Oh, Goldberg's right back at you. And Nago's high on blood here too, which means, you know, his options to escape this are not great. Yeah.
Now, Nubenheimer in a lot
A
of
little
trouble
too low for 5k 6h there, so I like Apologyman just taking the item toss.
Demon hours for real
Wow,
right
2k
now.
hit behind.
Nubenheimer with the BRC just to get out of trouble.
Nice. I wonder if cross-up protection saved him there, or if that was actually just a legit block on the cross-up.
Again, Nubenheimer.
Not dead. The blood is like way better though. Though he just waits a few seconds and then blood's gonna come down to like a bar and a quarter or something. Ooh, I have to say, Nubenheimer's RCs are really good. He uses RC pretty well to like piece together situations like that. That's a punish. Yeah, I think 6H is like minus 16 or something without a cancel. It's just that Nago almost always cancels it, you know?
Challenging here from Apologyman. Recognizing not quite capable of getting into that full blood rage.
But when he's high on blood, if he just does 6H and he doesn't Fuko, it's pretty unsafe, right? So I think it might change on blood level, but it's something like that. Nice. Oh, he didn't get close slash. Oh no.
And Apologyman just can't use that range to his advantage. He cannot play that mid-range game that we've been seeing him. Oh, shut my mouth. Goddamn.
Oh, that's big.
Is he listening to me? Is he listening to the commentary?
He's just sick of getting swatted.
I don't know if he gets anything off that crawl. Oh. Meteors is so good here.
Got real items here. Here we go. This is the most.
Although, oh, this is bad. It's still punish. I'm surprised. Oh my god, you didn't.
I can't believe he got that.
What in the fuck? No way that close slash just worked. Oh my god. Oh my. Jump D. How in the world?
Oh my
I
god.
can't believe he got that.
All right, here's the bracket. Supernoon, Stealthy, winner plays Apologyman. So this is like a SoCal WNF, and then winner plays NorCal, and then Nubenheimer. Where's Nubenheimer from? It's rough because if you're Apologyman, like, do you really want to run there when Nago's got some blood to spend? Probably not, right?
Oh, Supernoon wants it bad. Oh my god.
I think he's dead, right?
Supernoon
No,
right
not
now.
quite. Pretty close though.
Keeping it simple, man.
Nago's close slash is a WMD. What a move, right?
Supernoon's like, why am I on loser's side? What the heck?
No need to press a button. Just go up and get the throw.
Supernoon fighting like he's trying to climb his way out of Tartarus.
That good close slash could hit St. Peter at the pearly gate.
Purgatory.
There are actual places.
It's a pretty good move. All right, I had my snack. I'm feeling much better. I'm revitalized. No close slash. Man, how many times have we seen today people just trying to get close slash? All I want is a little close slash in my life. Is that so much? Nice
When we were
bomber.
in school, we used to have
Close slash in parentheses far. Yeah, all I want is a little close slash in my life. It's the curse of proximity normals, right? They're always there for you, except for when they're not.
Double meaning. Anyways, different times.
When you try to do close slash and you get far slash, and it's like a round losing or game losing scenario, it feels so bad. This matchup is also pretty dreadful, right? Pretty tough for Axel, so we'll see if Stealthy can be a hero here, but this is not easy. Oh, wait, why did that... Was that a backdash? Did I miss a backdash? Was there a backdash? Oh, I guess so, and Stealthy just didn't hit anything. I was looking at the meter, and then I was like, wait, where's the hit spark? That probably just could have been backdash throw. I feel like if you're an Axel player... Oh, I didn't combo. If you're an Axel player, this matchup seems so dreadful. Having a bad matchup with Ram is one thing, but having like a really annoying or really bad matchup with Ram is like... I'd be pissed. If little, like, you know, little Timmy on floor 10 pulls up with you on Ram and like you're struggling, that is not worth it to me. I'm pissed.
And I think the longer that Stealthy drags out the rounds, the more Supernoon just might be leaving himself a little open.
Oh, I'm surprised 2K didn't reach actually, or go onto the Rekka at the very least. Side swap, bomber, not a wall break, but the damage is still pretty good.
Get out of there! She's got full meter, brother.
Oh
full tension. Get out of there.
Nice. Oh, I think OTG would have killed, right? I'm not sure. It's hard to say. Maybe Stealthy just didn't believe. I was Goldos versus Ram. I think it's fine. I'd rather fight Ram over Milia or Chipp as Axel. I mean, yeah, maybe. But this matchup still seems annoying.
Okay, what's up next, man? Like maybe the Kindle.
It seems rough.
Guys from the Yo-Yo Club, and I'm like, oh boy.
Goes GL beat GL. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but wow, I'm surprised 5P beat that. But also, yeah, the slash 2H burst save dead? Not quite.
What Supernoon wanted. This is the pace he wants to play at. And yeah.
I thought Ram versus Gold Lewis was hilariously Ram flavored still. Or Ram favored still, rather. I'm no Zato player, so I'm not much of a complainer. I never thought it was that bad. I still think it's probably fine. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Hold on here.
If I was a Zato player, I'd be like, it's unwinnable. But I've always thought it was fine, actually. I don't think Ram's bad. The thing is, if you tell someone, like, oh yeah, Gold Lewis gets smoked by Ram, they'd probably believe you, but I actually don't think that's true. So.
Oh, what a challenge.
And I don't think I ever really have.
Supernoon just will not be denied. Whoa,
not gonna get the burst off.
Because Ram is pretty bad? What, for Ram? It's not.
Oh man, that's in this game too, man.
It's crazy.
Walks him down.
No, you're dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
One apiece. I'm tired of the anti-Zato propaganda. It's mostly the Zato players being... I don't know how to describe them besides wieners.
Remember, you had like different browser types, like 8 of them.
Did you guys have the Next computers?
Man.
The Next?
Yeah, no. They were like.
You're not bursting there too. That is pain. That feels so bad.
Made them, or I don't know. I know Steve Jobs was involved with it, but.
Nah, we didn't have that.
Oh, I think that could have killed too. Nice backdash.
Have color screen.
Oh, nothing? No cancels? No snail?
Apple Max,
no close slash bomber? I wonder if that 5H was supposed to be bomber and it was a miss. Zoomer execution?
Stealthy, unable to keep up, but the adjustment has to come eventually, or else this could be a quick loser semifinals for Stealthy's tournament life.
Oh, I'm surprised that reached. Wow. Rekka 1 anyway? Rekka 2, I guess, but wow, I'm surprised Rekka 1 hit that far. Maybe I just was... I looked at the meters, but then when I looked up, I thought it wasn't going to combo.
Definitely only eats Taco Bell.
Oh, that was good. That was good. BRC makes bomber like plus anyway, right? But baiting the throw with it is great. Nice. Yeah, I think Noon tried to press there. Far slash is 10, so it should be a punish on Rekka 2 anyway. So unless you do Rekka 3, I think you're stuck to far slash there.
Yeah, it would be. They would be like the monitors would be like half solid, and then the back of it would be like.
Oh, I'm surprised. Stealthy, I think, tried to do a little dash block 5P to like check there, and I just didn't think that the sword was gonna hit from behind. I didn't either, to be honest.
I remember those, just like rows of those.
I'm really surprised, man. That was a lot of damage to eat off that too.
So like those were definitely in all the teenage rom-coms.
Nice IB, so you don't get pushed back as far from the sword. Although, yeah, that was probably an IB attempt that got hit. It was Rekka,
They did not have that.
RC, etc.
Unlock and Supernoon has not changed their game plan.
Man, it is like, yeah. Watching Ram in this matchup, it's a great example of why dash block is so good. You know, it's like watching a character just dash block at Axel and then have such scary threats for whatever he wants to do. It's pretty tough. Like he doesn't really have enough threats to hold space against this character very well, right? Like how do you just stop her from moving towards you with dash? Like dash block, dash 5H, dash block, right? Like it's not easy, I think, to find something that makes sense. Ooh, and then she just pulls up like that. What the sword toss?
Wow, connects again. Stealthy challenges finally able to create some offense.
Does that work ever?
So I feel like what's happening
or was that like an accident?
Is no longer allowing Stealthy to wait out the block.
Nice. FD was good there. On 2K, the pushback is so far. If you FD it for 2K2D, it's not going to reach. Even though 2K2D has been buffed to make it reach a lot, it's, you know, not like that. Don't tell me. No way he dies off of a 2P. I think he could have, actually. Oh, baited. That'll do it. I think he actually, if Noon did the right combo, could have died off of that 2P, right? With risk. The burst, yeah, I mean, if the sword is gonna kill anyway, right? You might as well, you just lets the burst rip.
Carmen San Diego.
That's toxic. I love it.
Or you could do math problems. You could do like, I don't know, you could do English too. It's like we're
another matchup that was pretty, yeah, it was pretty tough. I wonder how this is in this matchup. It's got to be still bad for Faust in this version of the game, right? I know that Apologyman was playing a lot of Geo last patch to make up for this matchup being so tough, but you know, I'm not sure. You're dead. Oh, why?
And Supernoon has got somewhere they got.
Why did she get that after is my question. That is a lot. Burst does damage? No, Burst does not do damage, but Ram had already thrown her sword and the sword was going to kill, so she didn't need to do anything. So he just burst. Lets the burst rip, doesn't matter. That's funny though. I have to imagine this matchup is still not not that great for Faust, but I don't know. Maybe it's gotten better in some ways I don't know about. Oh, a little late. I wanted to do close slash jump cancel for the weight, but maybe just didn't have time. Oh, that was a good idea. I think the plan was to like do Rekka 1 and then let the little mini Faust get the job done. But as usual, mini Faust never saves the day. Speaking of which, hold up. I stand correct. Mini Faust could have been a hero, right? Could have been a hero. But he's not that guy. Yeah, I don't know who you would counter pick Ram with anyway if you're not gonna pick Faust.
Well, I'm just saying, man, like cereals used to give you CD-ROMs for all kinds.
You know what I mean? If you're not gonna pick Faust, like who are you gonna pick that covers Faust bad matchups in this version of the game? I don't actually know. Wow, that was good to avoid the wait.
Dude,
what the?
You know what else was sick?
That sucks.
You get that CD-ROM, and then you play Monster Rancher. You put that in there, you get a sick monster, bro.
Oh, you're dead.
Damn, Supernoon is cooked.
Man, this corner pressure is brutal. I mean, it's, you know, people are. It's nice that you can crawl the sword, but you're still in the corner against Ram dealing with the same stuff, even if you can. Faust is also so big. He's like simultaneously too big and too small at the same time. Does that make sense? Like, he's so tall and squat when he crouches, even though he's low to the ground. It's easy to like hit him out of stuff too because he's just so what's it called? He's such a big target when he does anything. Like when he tries to do like jump 2K, oh my god, you're so dead. When he tries to do jump 2K or like far slash or like he's just so big when he swings. Yeah, that comment was good. The comment that was every mini Faust that runs away to do nothing grows up to become life jam. It's true.
Man, I can breathe.
Just a degenerate
Feels good today,
goal
guys.
bursting. Just
Oh, man, boy, it doesn't feel good today.
like that's a good example. Like you crawl the sword, but you're still playing RPS out of the corner.
Somebody find the blankets.
Yo,
You
we're
know,
actually
oh the
close.
banana, and then you lose the trumpet.
I'm not gonna. My neighbors are not gonna understand if I go outside with clothes on today.
Hey, all right.
Cooking outside every day because it's
Oh,
so
they're
hot.
live
Why
chat.
would I cook inside?
Exactly. Apology, man. Making
Oh,
the case
block.
to get
Yeah,
back into
and the
this
punish.
match.
Nice. The slowdown let you see the BRC there. Get the punish. Dead? No. Ah. She's gonna
Apology,
win
man.
the
Working
round.
on possibly
Okay.
getting at least a round. There we are.
No life jam. Your strategies are foolproof.
Apology, man.
I'm a big fan.
Absolutely still in this dogfight.
Lost the trumpet, but doesn't matter. Oh, got it. Wow. That's funny.
Wow, just
It doesn't matter though, because yeah, I mean you lost the corner. How goes the hunt showdown?
Deck, though. Down a sword. All right, it's coming back.
5K. How did that 5K reach?
Nice. A little fast RC for the pickup. Mini Faust, help. There he goes. Get him.
Oh,
Oh.
homie doing a little bit of work here. Prime partner.
That's definitely like
Mini Faust didn't do shit.
Just a little guy getting super angry for no reason.
Joe,
Do I amuse you?
Joe
Oh,
actually gets
nice.
sometimes.
That was perfect. Although,
Command grab? No.
oh no.
Can't believe
Oh,
he did
what?
that
You
to
could have
the
just
rest.
RC'd and killed, right? Oh, hello?
Oh, try to go for the gold burst.
Hello?
Really. Yeah, Supernoon was really trying to just end
What
it
happened
all,
there?
man.
That was weird. I think we tried to throw it all out there. I think Supernoon could have just killed on the RC, right? But maybe didn't see that the meter was going to be there and then was like, oh, fuck. And then ran up and just...
If he had 3-0,
gold
he
burst it.
would definitely have a case for like, yo, I am that guy. At least more so than you are, obviously.
Man, Apologyman's meter is not looking so good here. All right.
Faust known for being a little nimble here. Apology.
Let Mini Faust HMC. Yeah, why not?
It's like a good greet sever.
You know what Faust? He needs like a Mini Faust that is like one of the old Mini Fausts. Like he needs like big Mini Faust or Mini Pot or like Mini Robo. Like he needs some shit like that where Mini Faust is just juiced.
This is the speed that Supernoon likes to work at.
Who caught them with the
You
5K?
can't
Where you going?
let the man
Where
get
you
started.
going?
Yeah, this is bad. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're such a big target, and you also like.
Looking for a way out.
It's so hard to hold space against this character because her normals are like everybody else's normals. If
Now works out for a second.
like Arxis was like, nah,
Back in the game
let him
once
be
again.
him. Like every other normal has that, especially long range normals for so many other characters have like big hurt boxes on them, and you can counterbook them so easily. But like Ram, they just gave her the normals that everybody else has, and then they also juiced the fucking
I don't think he's gonna get burst.
hurt box on them. Oh, yeah, I mean, you can't burst, yeah.
Safe pressure, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all these other characters, you can counterbook against their limbs so much easier. But then,
Apology, man. Supernoon
not
moving
Ram.
on.
They're like, nope, Ram is allowed to just swing these big old buttons. It's so tough if your archetype has to fight against her on the ground because her normals just like they're so good. They're just so strong. All right, Nubenheimer versus the Noonster. You know, Supernoon was originally going to be Super Noob, but then became Super Noon. I think 'cause someone like misheard the name or something.
Played incredibly well.
So this is two noobs against each other technically.
To a lot of the other players, and in my opinion, Supernoon has had to make some pretty great.
Also,
right?
Supernoon hates
There's been a
Nago.
little bit of shift in
So you know how this
momentum on their matches.
you know how this goes.
Nubenheimer has just been
This is your mortal enemy.
And Nubenheimer also hasn't taken much to get started up. Pretty dominating games.
Nice. That's US. It goes so
I
far.
would expect more the same here. Even
I think spending the bar on /// to get your blood down is not a bad idea. Especially because the round is still early enough here that Nago can tank some hits and then he's gonna have a Beyblade ready to rip.
Are still heated.
Yep, like that.
Ooh, the Beyblade didn't convert there. Nice, just
Even though it doesn't hit, like your blood gauge is still fine. Oh,
making a pretty
not
big
enough to
difference in
kill.
this match.
Throw PRC. Is that? Oh my god, I was like, is Nago about to live? Yes, Supernoon is the one blood raging. True.
Oh,
No whiff punish if they're available.
Sometimes you need to be violent, though. You know what I mean? I get it. Sometimes you have to have violence against the character. Everybody has a character that they just get pissed off against.
Level 2 right now.
We can box if you want.
We've all been there. I have fought against Biken.
Nice challenge there.
It's actually only Gold Lewis Biken that makes me mad, and it's
Bad challenge from
that character makes me feral.
Nubenheimer.
Because she is feral. She's just swinging at me. A lot of people's character is Nago, though, to be honest. Uh-oh.
What a call out there from Supernoon. Saw that command grab.
Yeah, nice. That was good. That was very good. Because after 2 and 4H like that on hit, it's not that good for Ram, actually, right? So trying to hit 2S was a smart idea, but the late PRC was pretty solid. Biken is fair and honest. I worked for these buffs. I played a lot of Biken, and I thought she was awesome before this patch, and now I'm pissed.
Why would you go for 5P when you go for 5K?
Yeah. Other than, I guess you could mash 5P, that'd be it. But
Although it's funny, though, because
It's there.
Biken is still one of my favorite characters to play.
Back from Nubenheimer. Push it back.
Nice.
Damn,
Oh, you are big dead. Help. Okay, that'll do. Did you see 2H not hit right there? I think that's what's it called? I think that seems so scary.
the bites is gonna come out, and you're just gonna be like, every time, bro. Hey.
Tried to hard beat that burst. Yun was not having it. Nubenheimer's two S's are hitting kind of different right now, though.
Oh, God. What space?
Like, these 2S's keep catching Supernoon going back. I think the one thing about Noon as a player is that Noon is just always doing stuff. Like, Noon is kind of always like dashing around, swinging, challenging, air dashing, run forward, air dash back, like always just doing a bunch of stuff all the time. And that is very, I think, susceptible to Nago, right? Because Nago is, you know, he's just attacking space in front of him with big ass normals. And Noon is always doing stuff.
That's the other thing.
When your playstyle is like always doing things, always running around, always moving, challenging, backdashing, doing something, it's like very squirrely, right? Nago's just sitting there like, word, Beyblade, and you're like, ah, and you just die, right?
Drive. It's like every game.
It's very good against this playstyle where like you want it to be doing a lot, like, you know, Nago can just do his big ass high damage strong things, and then you're just like, oh god.
I know.
No burst, just hold on to it.
Those are the original sword.
Oh, tried to 6P looking for sword toss, and then the 6H just smokes it. Nice bait on the burst too. Nago has a hard time opening people up. I see.
Able to get out of that Beyblade.
Not quite gonna pop. Pretty close though.
Yeah. Even.
Dude, when I get hit by Nago's bite, I'm like, well, let's go next. It's like the NRS, the SQ tweet she made about NRS pause rematch. Oh, that was an accident. That sucked. That was an unintentional clone for sure. That was probably just like
You can't get out of jail that many times.
tried to do far slash or close slash or something, got cloned.
That 5K going over to 2H? Or is that 2S?
Nago command grab is like the ultimate, like, I guess I die.
David Blaine,
He also doesn't even really have to open you up a lot of times, right? Where a lot of the value in Nago's game plan comes from the fact that he can just chip you down or chop you up with his good normals, right? Like just hitting 2S, far slash, 5H. His like really strong neutral buttons. He doesn't even really have to hit you because he can just do tons of chip. I mean, now you're dead. You can just do tons of chip and crank your risk and hold you in the corner by just using his really strong normals. And like even if he doesn't open you up with like a mix-up, if he just hits you with the Beyblade, the damage is so high. Or even if he just hits you with like 6H or 2S 5H or whatever. I mean, like look at Ram's risk, right? And he has best-in-class lights. Like his 5K is essentially a 7-frame far slash. You know, it's really good.
Make a read on the dash.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like Gold Lewis doesn't have a command grab, but he opens you up, right? Because you get fucking chipped to death, and he has overhead and low behemoths that are very scary. And even if he doesn't do the overheads and lows and just chips you to death, that shit sucks because like you're eating so much chip and risk. And Nago is very similar with his normals. Even if he's not landing command grab, it's okay because he's doing so much chip and risk with these big ass normals that go so far.
My man is swinging.
Oh, you got a burst here, right? Okay, wow. Man, Nubenheimer really held on to the burst the whole time. Oh, you're not that guy. That's the Supernoon set. You're not gonna finish far slash slash slash.
What I think is working out for Noon here.
Yeah, yeah. People in the beginning used to say Gold Lewis needed a command grab. Yeah.
With the activity out the gate.
When he first came out, he was actually. People don't realize Gold Lewis on launch was like the second best version of Gold Lewis. Probably the best, the second best until now. Honestly, launch Gold Lewis might be stronger than current Gold Lewis. He was so good. I don't think people realize how good he was in that version. Launch Gold Lewis was disgusting.
Oh, the 2 run-up throws. Get out of here.
Dead. That's also another super strong thing about Nago. Yeah, because you couldn't FD guard crush.
Get excited. Here's the cold shower of the 6P thing.
So he could just do 268 Behemoth, and there was like no pushback when you FD'd. So you were just like stuck against it. The pressure was so much more fucked up than it is now. Oh yeah, that is burst safe. Yeah, far slash 2H is really good against burst. It's like, that's why Nago players do that combo. I don't think it's the most damage, but I do think it's the safest of that. This is hard too because, yeah, well, even if you don't get 5P'd on your own wake up, even if Noon survives there, like, Nago has no blood, so he's just gonna, you know, spin, DP, whatever. Launch Gold Lewis just doing 268 Behemoth on you was brutal. Like, it was fucked up.
On top of that, the Dare campaign.
Oh, hell no. You just...
Like, it was so brutal how much damage it did. Nice.
Yeah, man.
This is such a bad spot to be.
Addict here, but no, I do kick flips on the vert ramp, so.
It's also funny, you know, Rem's lights are really, she has actually a solid set of lights, but I don't really think it's good very, like, defensively from as far away as Nago is playing here, right? And even her far slash is really, I think, like, her kit is really good, but in the range that Nago holds in the corner, it's not really good for almost any character, right? He just holds a range where it's very unique that he is just so fucked up to deal with there. Oh, this is so bad. We're popping. Got a guess for the round. Dead.
Oh my god. That's a wrap. Call it, Abe.
And the DP for the kill. Good fucking lord. That round went so bad. That was rough. It was well played though. It was a pretty close set, all things considered. It was squirrely enough, but then in the last few games especially, Nubenheimer was like, alright. I knew Gold Lewis was fucked up the first time I joined Q and got demolished by Terry Typhoon. Terry was swinging. I mean, Gold Lewis was so good on launch. People just did not believe it. Like when you said, yo, Gold Lewis, this character's pretty nasty. People thought you were trolling. They were like, no, he sucks. He's big and slow. People didn't realize that launch Gold Lewis was so good. His pressure was still better than current Gold Lewis, even with Kara Behemoth. Chad, do you remember Happy Chaos on launch and how people were like, his 6P is terrible. He does no damage. When I played Deb, Soul versus Happy Chaos, people were complaining about Soul's damage when I was fighting Happy Chaos and getting 2-touch. People were still complaining and not looking at the screen and realizing that Happy Chaos was like, for his reward and how good his zoning is, he was like the highest damage character. His damage was so high. When Happy Chaos came out though, people thought he was bad. They were like, dude, he's not worth the effort, right? Like he's not good enough. And then the guard crush loops happened and then the steady aim. I think the biggest discovery was 8-shot steady aim shot into clean hit. That was a big deal. Gold Lewis, for those of you who don't know, when Gold Lewis came out, guard crush worked differently. So guard crush it was not affected by the system mechanics, right? So if you FD'd guard crush, you would not take chip, but it wouldn't push you away. So essentially, Gold Lewis would sit next to you and do 268 Behemoth and swing upward, and you would like not gain space even if you FD'd. And also FD was not as powerful in that version. He just sat there and just swung his coffin at you, and it was so miserable. You like could not get out. FD also cost more. It also made the opponent more plus. So everything about Gold Lewis's pressure was better. FD is Geo's true enemy. Yeah, those changes, all the changes to FD are certainly nerfs to characters like Geo, Kai, Soul. Kai a little less so because he has charged stun edge. I think for him, the bigger problem is that his frame data is so bad on block. The FD changes certainly don't help him, I don't think.